spans. Wait, no, this isn't barracks first. This is gas first.
Barracks
quick
is almost
spans.
finished, but we're on the right overlay.
Oh, for pity's sake!
I
Why do
told you
always
from
do
the
this?
start, like, it's a horrible shame that I have to host this. That it wouldn't run off your.
Right,
And I
I'm
did.
going to start telling you at the beginning of every single game to change the
Yeah,
goddamn
I
seat.
I did ask you guys. I am so bad at remembering this. I'm just not used to doing it.
Right, so Toperoco's Reaper will pop out. Not soon enough to get this SCV dead, though. So I think Volt will know then that this is going to be a 2 gas for Toperoco. Now, if he was a really cool person, he would immediately put down a Reactor A. Yes, this is good. So what he's going to do now is he's going to get Hellions. So Toperoco can't use the fact that he's got Hellions sooner to get map control for a long time. Because if you're really tight with this, which I assume Volt will be because he's rather good at the game, he will have 4 Hellions out by the time Toperoco has 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions. So he'll be able to fight back to push at his natural and then kind of contest for map control. Now, if he was really cool, he would swap these 2 rounds, immediately make a starport and make a tech lab on his vaults.
There's no swap. He is just making Marines and Italians.
Dead to me. He's dead to me. Relationship has ended with Voltacus. Toperoco is my new best friend. Let's invade Denmark together. Playing Germany is more fun and Hearts of Iron anyway. So yeah, Voltacus is going to go for extra Marines, less... well, no map control, I guess, though Toperoco's not really trying to get map control. He will have a few more Marines, and I suppose he'll have some more minerals to spend elsewhere. I would have thought he'd get the third gas down here a little bit sooner, but maybe he wants to go for an earlier third base. That's certainly a viable option. Huh. So he's...
Making that Viking so early, don't you just... Might you want to push with that? I don't know.
Yeah, it does suggest a push to me, like with the Siege Tank, the Viking, the Marines, this quickly. And also, if you see, he's kind of walled off the Reaper with his buildings and a supply depot here, which is quite clever.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, he has walled off the front, rather. Not the Reaper jump up spot.
No, there's 2. There's 2 on this map.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love this map already. Can this be in the map pool, please?
Terrans rejoice.
Please let this be in the map pool. This would be so good. So yeah, we'll see what Toperoco does with these units. These are not the kind of units that you want to go into a longer game with, or at least you don't want to go into a longer game without Raven, especially, which he's looking kind of like he will. So yeah, he's going to move across now. But Volt's got a really nice defensive position. He's got 2 bunkers finishing. Well, already one finished, one finishing.
Tank on the high ground, man. How's he even gonna deal with that?
The thing is, the Raven could die in this forward position if he isn't careful.
Is he gonna land a
Viking
on the tank?
Now what he'll do? Oh, that's okay. He knows the positioning now, but he's got air control. That's pretty big for Toperoco. He can get vision of this siege tank and kill it really quickly. And Voltacus' second siege tank is quite a long way behind his first. So if he can take that out, he'll be in a good spot. But this Raven's doing a really good job of spotting for the siege tank. So the Viking will have to drive him away, and at that point, Voltacus will know that he's close. He's going to start shelling the bunkers. Yeah, immediately salvage on the first one. I'm not so sure that's a good idea, to be honest. Okay, that's not good at all. You really want those bunkers to stay alive to act as a buffer.
Repairs coming in just too late.
Yeah, he's going to have a real issue here because he's got no air control. He's only just making his first Viking. Ooh, that's good though. He's in range of the siege tank there. And he's going to take them out. And yeah, that was actually very easy.
That is how it can turn in Terran versus Terran. But this is pretty overwhelmingly convincing.
Yeah, Ezra a bit of Toperoco bit off a lot more than he could chew. Funny, Germans do that a lot, don't they? Overextended there into the Soviet Union and got crushed in the... I can't remember what offensive it was. Buddy will help me in chat, hopefully, if he's still listening. No, Operation Bagration, that's what it was. And so Voltacus is now going to be able to cross the map straight through Poland, and now the Heartland is completely exposed with just one siege tank, a second one coming up to back it up now to defend it. Which, actually, these water turrets, no, they're not going to take him out, but they'll do a lot of damage and take a lot of the aggro away, and yep, doesn't even get a shot off on those
He's
Marines.
not even going to
And
be
the
able to
last siege
siege
tank
up.
the last siege tank is on the run, and it's only just going to manage to siege. But Voltacus' siege tank is going to be able to siege up as well, and kill it in one shot, simple as that.
The
He's
Sweepole is
coming
doing a
alive.
nice round though.
It
Might
is
allow a
doing good
cleanup.
work, but at what cost? 25 SCVs have gone down. Voltacus has got almost double the work. He's going to lose another siege tank as Toperoco for absolutely nothing. These
Yeah.
Vikings landing now might just about hold. No, they've got no chance. This game's over.
Yeah, that way of total war was not a good,
GG.
didn't work
Yeah.
as in reality.
Pretty
Just goes to
concisive
show.
attack here from Voltacus, to be honest. All the way around that as well. Or he has been, what do they call this again? Oh, there's a name for that, right? Or he's been
Catfish?
catfishing me for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
I mean, it'd be very
Alright.
impressive if he catfished me in real life. Anyway, speaking of catfishes, but he's not actually a catfish, he tells us, he assures us, it is representing Red Dragons, the Blue Terran, Voltacus. Or as he prefers, Voltikins.
How do you turn the camera, by the way? What's that? Is that a
End and
bad-
delete. Oh, never mind. Delete and insert, like that.
And on the other side, also Terran again. Apparently random isn't so random today. We have Toperoco.
And again, it's going to be the same build out of both players. I didn't actually notice this last game, but Toperoco went for the Barracks first double gas, which is a little bit less committed to pressure and a little bit more economic, and doesn't go for the three Reapers and the 2 Hellions. It actually goes directly into a Cyclone and 1 Marines after the first 2 Reapers and 1 Hellion. So actually a much better build-up matchup for Voltacus, because he hasn't got to worry so much about the number of units that Toperoco can use on the map. So I'd say this is again quite good for Voltacus. Well, don't all rush to speak at once. So we're going to see an SCV coming up here. Get chased away pretty easily. Factory's going to go down. Workers come out of gas.
I was
gradually
actually
enough.
taking a quick leak.
Right.
When you were in that silence, like, anybody? And I'm like, well, you know, I would
It's
have.
awkward.
I would have. I was considering it.
Probably
Right.
best that you didn't.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Brady might be watching. We don't know what this guy. Anyway,
Yeah. See, as we see, the factory is going to be a lot sooner for Toperoco, but obviously that's not the right building. Obviously, the CC is going to be way sooner for Voltacus. Toperoco's is only going down now. Would have been even later if we went double gas before. Well, if we went gas first, double gas. Now, gonna see Reactor go down, make Marines, get a Cyclone out of this. Raven, probably. He might go for the same build as last game, but probably not, after how soundly it got defeated. And actually, Voltacus took a bit of a gamble this time with just the 1 Reaper. No, he didn't, because he did that last game. But Toperoco is going to abuse that with the fact that he's got 2 Reapers against 1, and the bunker's not done yet. And this is why I'm not a huge fan of this this gas first build. I feel
Oh,
like
man.
Barracks first is a lot safer.
he's just bullying the bunker now.
Mm.
I guess he knows he can't really jump into the base, probably.
Yeah. But Barracks first gets that bunker a little bit sooner, gets the CC a little bit sooner, but most importantly, it gets 2 Marines after the Reaper. So you have a Marine and a Reaper and 2 Marines to deal with the 2 Reapers of your opponent, and also Hellion relatively quickly. And soon after that, you get a bunker, so you're just generally pretty safe against everything. Whereas obviously this was a little bit less safe,
Yeah.
not quite ideal. But
Yeah,
still,
but
Voltacus is fine.
yeah, nothing special kinda happening. Looking pretty even. Besides that.
Reaper's trying to flank while the Hellion distracted. Is it gonna get anything? Well, interrupting this supply depot here is pretty annoying. Couple of SCVs going down, 4 actually, and denying the supply depot. That's actually not too bad.
And let's not forget, this is distracting Voltacus from his production. So
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of this
Yep.
should have been coming down way sooner. The Raven's late, the Siege Tank's late, Marines being late isn't that big of a deal, but the Raven especially, because that's going to delay his stim as well later down the line. Because obviously he has swapped the starport and barracks.
Let's see. Yeah.
So that could actually play a big part later on in the game. Cyclone and Hellion across the map. They'll find a Cyclone of Toperoco's own to defend against them. Though if this... it's kind of disjointed, but yeah, as we see here, Volts...
Oh, that is
Yeah, he does actually get it. That's nice. It's very nice micro. Maybe
Yeah.
not worth a scan though, especially since he loses the Cyclone. Yeah, that's not worth it anymore.
It was a really nice try, and he almost pulled it off.
Yeah, it was a cute maneuver, but not really worth it in the end.
No.
All style and no substance, which, strangely enough, is usually a German thing these days.
It's gonna leave Toperoco with quite a worker lead of 7 at the moment.
Yeah, he's in a good spot. Everything's kind of ahead of Voltacus as well. Actually, Volt swapped. Yeah, he did swap his starport and barracks, but he only made 1 Raven. So that's the trade-off there. His Raven's a bit. Sorry, he only has 1 Raven.
Also,
He's going to be a bit less able to do so.
Third CC is nearly done, while Toperoco doesn't have one yet.
Yeah, it looks like Toperoco's going to go for some pressure because he went for the double barracks before the 3rd base. Volt will scan and see no 3rd, but he also doesn't see the extra barrack, so he's not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah, it could always be in the natural, so he doesn't really know.
Yeah. He can try and check the natural, but there's 2 siege tanks guarding it. He won't get in very easily, but he has got Marines dotted around, so he can spot what's going on. The issue with 311 before 3rd CC, though, in TVT, is that you can't really do much with it. Because, like, sure, you get stim quite quickly, but siege tanks are really good defensively. So, if you attack with a bunch of Marines, you'll probably just get deflected really easily. Because, sure, you can stim, but that just makes the siege tanks kill you faster. While your opponent's got a 3rd base, probably landing. If not landing, it's producing SCVs that will transfer once you're dealt with. And your 3rd base, well, his hasn't even started yet. Like, he's still not started it. This is getting quite concerning for Toperoco. So, I mean, I guess if he just gets a critical mass of Marines
You
and
can
busts
just
him,
kill him now,
he'll be
right?
fine. Well, not really. If he catches him on siege, then yeah, Volt's dead.
Oh yeah, definitely like this.
Yeah. Volt's
This
got to
is
identify that he's being attacked.
A little bit of a
If he
weird
doesn't, he's
position,
done.
though, for Volt as well. Like,
Yeah, oh, Stim's gonna get the siege tanks. That's game over. Yeah. Very irresponsible, I think, for Voltacus to move out on the map like this.
Yeah.
He had no idea what Toperoco was doing.
this,
GG.
yeah, GG. Well, he might have died anyway, but this definitely sealed it.
Average team. And spawning in the bottom left of it, we have got the Blue Terran, change your scene, Juvator, representing Red Dragons,
I have.
Voltacus.
Alright. Well, because I changed the scene, I get to announce this dude. Another server owner who's been running a large server, you might know it, by TTP. He is trying to beat Voltacus here in this best of 3. Let's show it up for Toperoco.
Bomb Germans, am I right? So yeah, Voltacus, he does know it's TVZ, so he's not going to go for any Gasper shenanigans here. I wish I could say I knew what he was going to do, but I've not been paying attention to the TVZ meta recently, in all honesty. I think it's going to be pretty simple though, you know, it's not changed that much. You go for a Reaper, go for expansion, Hellions, 3rd base quite quickly, maybe Banshees. Just do what Innovation does really, that'll sort you out nicely.
Yeah, I saw him play earlier when I was watching day 3 of Super Tournament. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea to do what he does.
saw Innovation playing in day 3 of Super
I think it
Tournament.
was
Did he?
day 2, yeah. Or was I
It
watching
must have been day 2 because he played against Solar in the first round, not the second. Because he played against Trap in the second round and he got beaten like a noob.
Are you kidding me?
Terrible. Innovation's past it. He should go to the military right now and never come back.
Was it
You can print
yesterday
that.
already? Man, these days are going quick. I didn't realize
Yeah.
this tournament was so fast.
Yeah, well, it was 4 days long basically,
Yeah, they're like, you know, let's put
which
the
by
pedal to the
GSL standards
metal.
is instant.
Yeah, very true. That's why I was a little caught off guard.
Yeah, SCV's checked with the natural. Finish at a normal time so the Reaper will come across very happily. I feel like he could have microed around these slow zones, but no worries there. Drone will sneak to the third base. Volt will just go to the natural, not bother checking. So that should be an easy third base for Toperoco to secure. My voice is going, that's not good. Still got like 3 hours left to go. And here we see the regular dance of the Reaper in its natural habitat, shooting at the Zerglings in the hope that it may kill one. Which it did indeed do, actually, in fairness to it. And now it's going to patrol outside the natural, watching for a drone that will never come to take the third that's already built.
It senses its enemy, the queen. Oh, I guess his
Ooh, that was
spider
close.
senses were a little bit slow on that one.
Yeah, well, Reapers are rather silly. They've got a lot of mental delay. Oh, that was a bit weird. So he built a second gas, then cancelled it. I assume that was a mistake of some kind, or maybe it was to deal with
Was
the
he
Reaper?
not supply blocked or something?
I don't think so.
I mean, he's been on 44 supply for quite a while.
Volt doesn't know that there's a jump up point, so he's going to lose his Reaper quite cheaply without knowing what's going on, really. Fortunately, there's nothing too bad happening, but that is unfortunate of him.
Yeah, the Liberator will have a short way across on this map.
Yeah, but that main is quite intimidating to fly into. 2 queens, probably a spore soon. I wouldn't want to go in there if I were a Liberator pilot.
But you have orders. What you gonna do?
Yeah, he's right.
It is fortunate for Voltacus that Toperoco does not do much in the way of run-bys, because I know some Zergs that run by every chance they get, and can I just say, I hate them. In a good way, obviously, but I hate them. Like, they are just so good. Now, he's going to pay the price for leaving 2 Hellions across the map doing nothing for so long. I feel like you need at least 3 in one location.
Oh, and
So-
now they gotta go back.
Yeah, so instead of sending just 2 across and rallying the rest at home, you send 2 across at first, then rally the third along, or something like that. So you always have 3 in each location, because just having 2 is not nearly enough. And then obviously once the wall is complete at home, you can just send them all across, no worries. So Painless will complete, that'll start Bane speed immediately, I assume. Well, he would if he had the gas to do so. Good reaction there, doesn't even lose a single unit to that Liberator.
Yeah.
Should build spores. He hasn't yet. Hellions dive on the third base and there's no Lings defending it. Should get a lot of damage done.
Oh, even a good reaction here is gonna cost him.
Yeah, worker mining through the Hellions was not a good idea, I think. 14 workers have gone down so far, but at the cost of both the Liberator and the Hellions. So Voltacus has killed a lot of workers, but at the cost of his map control.
Yeah.
So Toperoco will be able to macro up very hard now.
Still kinda only even.
Well, obviously Terran has mules, so even in workers is ahead.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I'd be too happy with that. Voltacus's worker production has not been ideal behind this as well, so he should have quite a few more workers than he does. And if he did, he'd be in a great spot. But as you can see, Ezreal, this is not Ezreal. I see Zerg player, I assume Ezreal, but it's not him. Toperoco has immediately gone for the double expand because he knows there's nothing Volt can do. He knows that he's given up all of his methods of pressuring and scouting what Toperoco is up to. So take this gold base, take this north base as well, and he'll
Yeah,
be in a
that's,
really good spot.
I should do that more often.
Well,
Read the
I wouldn't
situation
recommend
like
it.
this.
Well, yeah, obviously this is great in the situation, but if
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
do it without knowing what's
Oh
going
no,
on,
no, no, definitely
could end
not.
quite badly.
It will, even
We
on
do
my
have
level.
we do have a Spire coming up as tech of choice by Toperoco.
That is very correct. I like Spire, especially on a map like this, because it's really big. You've got a lot of area to control, and this here, you don't want Hydras defending your base like that from tanks on the other side. You want to have mutas there.
Yeah, this
So I think
this is
this,
cool.
yeah, it's really good to have mutas, especially when you're ahead. They're a great unit for forcing the Terran to stay back, which is fantastic when you're ahead because you can just get further ahead.
Yeah,
This-
Baneling speed has only just started though, and there's a little small push coming across.
Yeah, but look at the size of this area.
He doesn't actually have banelings or lings.
Yeah, the fact that he hasn't got Lings is not great for him, but Volt needs to push forwards to a better position than the one he's in currently.
Yeah,
Okay, good, he's retreating. If
Yeah,
he tried to
that's-
continue pushing in there, he would have died because
yeah,
look
he
how
would have
open it
gotten
is.
crushed real quick with the reinforcements coming in as well.
This is much better with this little high ground position, but it's fully creeped
Well,
up.
I think he's already kind of like. He kind of needs to go home. I guess at the same time he needs to keep the Zerg busy so he can get his own base, but
No, I like this position. It's really good. He's got
Yeah.
the siege tank in a nice
I
cubby hole
guess
there.
this looks good, yeah. It felt
Clean up
like
some
a
creep.
smaller army with what is coming here.
Yeah, this is quite a big Zerg army. He can trade well against this, but if he loses the siege tanks, it's maybe not worth it. He's not rallying to the push, so he's not going to lose his entire army for nothing. Oh, Liberator in the main, didn't see that. Gets 3 worker kills, that's pretty good for him.
Okay. He is making the right moves. Though this
Yeah.
army is gonna get cleaned up at some point if he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Baneling speed is done, so it's practically we're out waiting to die.
Is he reinforcing now? What's that movement down by the slow zone? Yeah.
Apparently.
Another siege tank coming.
Well,
2
better,
siege tanks coming.
Better
actually.
it gets here in time than before the attack from the Zerg, so that's good.
Yeah.
But I don't
Issue
know
is
yet.
though, I don't think he should continue pushing. He should
No,
fall
no.
back really.
There's
Yeah,
some
when he got
mutas
the
now as
units.
well. That's interesting though. He hasn't really had the chance to make a lot of mutas yet because it is.
Yeah, that really sucks for Voltacus. That really sucks. He got caught in a really bad spot. All his marines were forwards. His siege tanks weren't sieged, and that's just a complete mess for him. He's got a lot of units at home. He's got a bunker. He's got a lot of marines. He can hold a counterattack if Toperoco were to launch one, but he's not doing so. He's going to stick. He's going to stay home. He knows he's in a good spot. He just needs to not do anything stupid.
They're on even income.
The 4th base is on the way for Voltacus, so it's not too
Oh,
bad. Not too bad for him. But he needs to not take damage from these mutas, and at the moment he probably will, because there are no turrets like, at all. He's now building them, but it's going to take a while for him to finish.
It could be worse, but it's getting worse.
Yeah,
Well, I guess it could still have been worse.
you shouldn't say that. That jinxes it. He's going to
Yeah,
run
right,
all his brains into
right, yeah,
banelings now.
yeah. Mutas aren't done. Oh, and that damn turret's still not finishing.
Yeah.
That's actually costing him a lot of SCVs now.
Volt's leaving his marines like lying around, not really doing anything. He needs to use them to box these mutas in. Like there was a great spot where the mutas were in this little airspace between the 4th base and the natural, where he could have boxed them in with 3 groups of marines, but he just let them get out, and now he's going to move across the map. Maybe
Oh,
taking.
don't-
There's no way he takes a good fight against that.
Oh,
He needs to get out of
Christ!
there immediately.
Split your marines! No splits were
Oh,
gonna
the
help
Beast
against
Tank are
that.
going to come in 2. Yeah, that's a disaster. So all these medevacs are going to die. Maybe one will get away. Yeah, just
Oh,
about.
the right ones are getting away.
But the thing is, there's no splash. There's 1 siege tank, 2 siege tanks now.
No,
and, yeah,
no more waters
And
to
no
take the
swarm
bailing
has
hits.
arrived.
even
well,
though
nice
it's off
splits
creep,
here.
He can just swarm him completely. Doesn't matter how good the splits are. Like, there's just too much Zerg.
Yeah, for sure.
If he pushes up this ramp, though, he could have issues. But there's no power units in his army.
Yeah, no mines, no good amount of siege tanks.
He did have the 2-2 upgrades, but never the army advantage.
Yeah, and 2-2 is only so good. Like, it's not going to change a fight completely.
No, definitely not.
I think maybe Volt made a mistake in not switching from siege tanks to Widow Mines when he saw the mutas. Because, like, one Widow Mine can make a huge difference in a small skirmish, which is what you want to have a lot against Lingbane Muta. You don't want to have these big, huge fights like you would against Lingbane Hydra.
He kept that bunker alive a little bit longer.
Yeah, and everything's just kind of coming off the wheels. I think he might just survive, but what for?
Yeah.
Fourth base is gone.
Well, these are all hero marines now. They're veterans, man. They've gone through the worst life can throw at them now. These are not gonna die. They're gonna kill the entire Zerg base now.
Are you sure about that?
I mean,
That's a lot of banelings.
that is a lot of banelings. But is it one
Almost all
baneling
banelings
for
are marines.
for marine? One marine, yeah. I mean, you need some pretty good splits for this.
I mean, you have to get Björn out here for him to have any chance.
I don't know about that.
Would have
Unfortunately, Micro Jackson Voltacus is not.
Widow Mines would have been nice against everything the Zerg had this game, right?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Siege tanks are just not really that good against Lingbane Muta, because mutas can go around and snipe them if you push forwards. They have a lot more Lings and Banes than the other guys would, so you can just swarm
These
siege tanks.
marines are not going home.
Yeah.
They swore an oath. They're gonna do their... Never mind.
They're gonna do
GG.
their duty to their country and die.
Toperoco